I think ultimately it was decided that for the audience to understand the kind of film that they were getting involved in and to create sort of a certain level of excitement in the first frame and straight into the back of somebody's head. You don't know anything about them. You know they're in a hurry. As an audience member, you're catching up with the story a little bit, and you know it's quite thrilling to not know and to ask questions.
The pulsing, where the music here starts, and I think now we maybe understand that this might be not a romantic film. I love that there is this pizzicato theme that in a way appears also later in the film whenever the plot continues.
There's a kind of very simple coding that we could use at this stage when the audience are, trying to work out who's who. I think the simple coding was about sincerity of emotion. So we know that Ralph's character is genuinely upset by the death of the Pope, and we see that Stanley's character, Bellini, is genuinely upset. Whereas John's character, Tremblay, you feel is somewhat sort of pompous and performative. So it already begins to set out the characters for the audience.
What we were trying to do was to stay focused on Lawrence's point of view so that you see almost everything through his eyes. That's sort of a rule that we tried to follow throughout the film, was to keep it anchored in his point of view, to really sort of understand what he's feeling at any given moment.
I always thought this was a nice little symbolic moment, which is taken partly from the book. The ring of the late Pope is to be removed. It's the symbol of the papacy is to be removed, and then it's cut in half to symbolise the fact that the throne is vacant and there needs to be the election. But the fact that it's difficult to remove here, that it's caught on the finger, is a kind of little sign of what's to come.
The slams of the cellos, and the first time we hear this descending violin line, and that in a way promise that there is tension coming.
We inherited two sort of ambitions, I think, from the book. One was to be about something, to be discussing something, or several themes perhaps to do with power and corruption. But the other one was for it to work in a genre way, really, as entertainment, as a political thriller. So, it felt like that all the way through, really, trying to balance opposing forces.
Sede vacante. The throne of the Holy See is vacant.
A lot of Conclave, I think, was about the public face of these men and the sort of performative element of life within the Vatican, and that breaking down in the end to reveal a kind of truth beyond that.